you represent event industry.
Yes, sir.
And before coming here, I did a bit of my study as far as your industry is concerned. It seems you all are very upset with Goa because there are a lot of licensing charges that you have to pay, a lot of agencies that are involved, and it lot of things you have to pay, and then only you can have an event.
True, very true. I would say, to start with, I think, how do I put it mildly? You know, any problem starts by actually acknowledging the problem. When I read statements in the news saying that Goa is doing extremely well, we're doing 8% further growth than what we've done last year and the years before, the truth is, on ground, the figures are very different from what's the truth on ground. Goa isn't doing that well. You look at what our numbers are on paper, and you look at the ground reality, you walk to every hotel every weekend, the story is very different. Yes, hotels like IHCL are doing well, but that you have to understand is it's a legacy brand. They've been here for 50 years, and they offer a hotel type for each price point, whether it's from Ginger all the way up to Exotica. So the answer is the hotels are not doing well. As far as the event industry is concerned, we have definitely done better in the last 5 years. Since COVID happened, there was, like you said, revenge tourism. I wouldn't call it revenge tourism. I think there was a lack of options for customers. People who travel abroad suddenly could not go abroad and had to do events within India. You look at options within India for multiple cities, where can you travel? By default, Goa becomes the most convenient. It has nothing to do with Goa tourism being excellent. It has only to do with convenience. And therefore, you had customers traveling to Goa for those weddings and conferences and whatnot. 5 years down the line, the answer to your question is we have a lot more people traveling out of India to Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Bali, Thailand. And those numbers are dwindling. You look at the numbers for April and May in Goa, below 30% occupancy. It's only because Pahalgam happened that those numbers of events that were happening abroad cancelled and were coming back to India. I work in the corporate segment. My business runs from February to September. That's my business, my peak season. From October to March, I don't do much business because the hotels are generally full of weddings. And that's the truth. Weddings booked 12 months prior, 6 months prior. Corporates travel within a lead period of 7 to 15 days. That's your business for last minute. And I have a lot of friends here who will agree with me when I say this, that our segment has done better in the last 5 years. It isn't doing well, and one of the major reasons for that is licensing. Not only the cost, but the confusion. There is major confusion about this segment. I mean, obviously, we can probably elaborate about it later, but the long answer to your question is, there are challenges.
I'll come to you back on this, because there are so many agencies, it seems, that are involved. Everyone is charging you for...
There's a new business segment created called licensing. We didn't even know that existed.
Okay, so one more thing which I came to know, it's from the event side, that it seems all those 5-star and star properties, when there are events happening, this is very basic question, shouldn't be, but very important question, that laborers who are there are treated like slaves. They don't even are even allowed to use the toilets there. They are treated, they don't even have a proper place to sit and have their food. And I am representing Qammarji and putting up this question. You please start so that let them also answer.
Where do I really start? I mean, for an industry, so when I have new employees who come and join me for an interview, the first impression they have about our industry, that's an extremely glamorous industry. Our end product is extremely glamorous, but everything that happens behind it isn't. And unfortunately, a very big reason for that is the establishment that we normally go and do our events at. I know we are at a hotel, and a well-reputed hotel, but the fact is, hotels really are inhumane. And I mean it, inhumane to another level. There have been hotels where staff is asked to walk down 500 meters outside the hotel, have a meal on the road. Even a beggar doesn't have a meal like that. And I've had to fight with that hotel, saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do the event and not start the event. And it's very common. Our industry works in the night. Whenever we do a setup, I know they watch us right here, so I have to be very careful what I say, but probably not this hotel, but our setups happen in the night. we are working in guest areas and sometimes non-guest areas. We have security standing there, kicking people under the stage, behind the stage, saying, "Utho jao." I understand when people are in guest areas, people walking by, I understand. How does it hurt someone when someone's sleeping under a stage? It's a very basic thing, but inhumane is an understatement. There are no washrooms on site. We pay convenience fee to hotels. We pay deposits to hotels for half the things we do. But in return, there's nothing coming back. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you ask some of our friends, you'll get a lot more examples. A lot more.
I don't know who will be responding to that either.
Thank you.
First of all, let me remind you, Qammar has been an ex-hotelier as well. Okay, so
Yes,
now he's on the
yes,
other
yes.
side.
And I charged a convenience fee of 25,000 and offered them washrooms.
So, on a serious note, see, I would like to tell you two things. Number one is, yes, there is scope for development. Okay, saying that, I think this can be a point of discussion during the events. And you know, our fraternity here in Goa is, it's a handful. Okay, so who makes this arrangement? Is it the hotel who's supposed to do a washroom, or is it the event planner who's supposed to do a biological washroom? Probably this discussion has to happen. Yes, it incurs a cost. I agree to it. There are some hotels that already has this infrastructure. There are majority of them that don't. There are some hotels which has even, drivers accommodation and stuff like that. There are hotels that have, facilities for laborers and vendors separately. There are majority of them that is not there. Number one. Number two is, see, though it might not be directly touching this topic, but I would also like to say, see, there is an event that happens called the Burning Man. Okay, that's an event which happens in a desert. And there is humongous structures that happens. Humongous. And after the event, everything is burned. And not even a nail is left there. I'm not saying they have the infrastructure. They have the infrastructure to dispose that as well. If we don't have that infrastructure, that is where this confusion comes. We say it is not my responsibility, event manager will say it's not my responsibility.
Can I say, just step in? Whatever we bring on site, whatever, we clear everything. There is a clear contractual clause that every event company signs with the hotel, and don't get me wrong when saying this. Whatever we bring to the hotel, even today we have done this setup, I have signed a contract with the hotel. In case I leave anything behind, I will pay a fee to the hotel. And we come and pay deposits. There are days I have 9 lakhs every day at hotels as deposits. So whatever, and I stand for my entire fraternity, we go to every hotel as guests. To us, we're going to our friend's home, we do a setup, we make a revenue, and we're very thankful to the hotels. We make a revenue there, we go there, we finish our work, we clean up and I leave. If we do damage something, we pay for it. If someone does something untoward, we apologize for it. I, in my 8 to 9 years, and I can say this, I face this issue as a hotelier as well, and I can step in the button's shoes and say this. When we were there, we understood two segments, weddings and corporates function differently. Corporates setups are smaller, cleaner, they come and do their work and leave. Weddings, those teams are there for 3 or 4 days without sleep at times. All we request is, please offer us a space, whatever that space is, to eat a meal. Please offer a space for us to do the job.
So treat us
and
like
we will pay a fee for it. We end up billing the customer for it. Look at it, we're not paying it from our pockets. You charge us a convenience fee, we will charge that to the end customer. The customer understands. We're coming to your venue, we're working at your venue, and you need to offer us some facility, some.
Okay, so next discussion we can have on this topic. And I'm also liking this being a journalist that two people are disagreeing over something. So,
I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is it requires planning.
okay.
If somebody is willing to pay, anything can be done.
And we are setting an agenda so that end of this entire conversation, if we can point down certain things and present it before the tourism ministry or state government, that these are the viewpoints of the industry. So that what are the things that you want us to tell tourism minister or the chief minister?
I think my thoughts would be on three lines, and of course, I always have a lot more to speak. I don't think so. We have bad infrastructure. I think we have poor management of infrastructure. When we set out budgets for projects, our budgets only showcase what we want to do till the ribbon is cut. Once the project is done, then we look for who it has to be handed over to. So it goes to panchayat, municipality, whoever, who never has funding. So there's always funding given only for a project to be produced. If we can understand that it is not only about infrastructure, but also about maintenance, that will solve one major problem. So maybe create a body that can look after all infrastructure across the city. I can give you examples of what's going wrong at the moment, but I won't. Second is, and I think it's very important, is to get industry experts. And when I mean industry expert, I mean across the field, onto the advisory board. I know there's a Goa Tourism Board that's been formed. There's talks about who will get on board that board. We also are a segment that caters to this industry. When I say we, I mean the event industry. I think our industry is not well represented. It hasn't been represented for a long time. Give you numbers, our GDP is 1.2 lakhs or 120,000 crores. Tourism is about 20,000 crores of that figure. And our industry is about 700 to 800 crores. We're still 5 to 6 times bigger than the people who are on the road shouting about their businesses, which Utkarsh is dealing with every day. So I think it's about getting the right set of people onto the advisory board. So that's two. Third and the most important is ease of doing business. Even a prime minister speaks about it, and we can't implement that on a local level. License is just one part of this. There are several issues. So if you can look at a broader picture about infrastructure, industry experts, and ease of doing business.
Manoj, you gave an excellent idea for all of us, that TAT, what you said, single window, that we can send online the whole application. In that way, sir, Jack, you could actually take this idea in the for the event. Like all of us, we want to do something, just like what Manoj said. We would love to do something in Goa. That single window, which is creating a problem, if it is taken in the format of how Manoj said, we are going to any body, whichever body you could suggest the government. Any body you all tell us, we will go and give the applications, whatever layouts need to be given, everything will be submitted to them. After that, I think there are around 36 licenses which we need to take if we want to do any massive event in any state. So one single body, we give all the layouts and everything, and from then onwards, everything will be online. That the same TAT what Manoj said. In that way, I think things would be very good for event industry, and it would help tourism, everything to come back. I think so.
I had also said in between, and I was responding to officer, the Honorable CM has promised to do it. He's been promised over the last 2 years. When he comes out with it, the only way we can do is keep on putting pressure.
Got it.
Can I make a statement here? In terms of just understanding for everyone, there are two types of licenses. Of course, because it's a major point for us. There are statutory licenses and there are copyright licenses. Statutory is in the hands of government.
This is purely statutory.
Yeah,
Copyright is a whole different ballgame.
Copyright is something we need to. I'll tell you why I want to talk about copyright here is because I've had various discussions with the stakeholders at various copyright agencies. The common suggestion is please get the state involved, and why they say so is, and this goes back to what Debachan said. The reason the prices of licensing is that high is because the number of tickets that are being bought are a very, very small number. Most of these licenses are for 5-star hotels only. If a rationale is created where the licenses are bought all across, this is restaurants, small halls, your wedding venues, everywhere, the cost of licensing will come down because once it is a common factor for everyone, the cost will come down. And The only issue we have is how do we push this? I'm talking on behalf of my fraternity. Is TTAG the body that we will need to speak with on our behalf, or will speak on our behalf with the body? Because that's the only way for these two elements to be looked after.
तुम्ही पळयतात GNH.